Greetings, owners and operators of beauty services establishments. This is Chris Tellis. I am the owner of the California College of Barbering and Cosmetology in Stockton. I am really sorry I can't be there today. I have a project up here in Sausalito that is nature dependent, and as you know, nature bats last and cannot be moved, so I have to be here. But I'm proud of what you're doing, and I wish everybody and all of us the best success. Willie had asked me to read an editorial I had written against SB 803, so here goes. SB 803 presents itself as well-meaning legislation designed to lower barriers of entry to the beauty profession and thereby create opportunity. However, a closer examination reveals that it will have exactly the opposite effect. Funded by large corporations, SB 803 exploits time-worn components of racism and sexism to permanently ghettoize an entire industry. Trades, in general, have been the way that talented individuals can develop defined professional skills and move up the economic ladder. Beauty services, in particular, have provided opportunities for women, people of color, and members of the LGBTQ+ community to prosper in a world that provides few opportunities and many impediments. Unlike graduates of law school, medical school, or HVAC, beauty service professionals have the ability to operate independently, renting a chair or opening a salon. There is no established structure to hold them back. Beauty service professionals also have the ability to earn significant income. This is not minimum wage, but serious money, enough income to pay off bills, buy a house, or send your kids to college. The foundation of this economic opportunity is the state license. As in other industries, it is a license that protects income and provides security to the tradespeople. Right now, we are seeing renewed appreciation of the value of unions and their contribution in the middle of the 20th century to raising middle-class incomes. But as independents, beauty service professionals cannot organize into unions. Instead, the license serves as de facto unionization. The license serves as the barrier to entry for unqualified practitioners, protecting those who have taken the time to perfect their skills. There is a problem with lowering the barriers to entry. What you end up with is not an organized gateway, but a stampede. The result will be a proliferation of assembly line clip joints and unqualified pop-ups competing on price to drive a race to the bottom. Suddenly, rather than a path up the ladder, the women and men in this industry are back to the lowest rung, permanently assigned to minimum wages and a marginal existence. There is no overstating the pernicious aspects to this economic Jim Crow. To find proof of this, you need to look no further than the supporters of this bill, corporations like Supercuts, Riverside, JCPenney, and Sport Clips. Where is the groundswell of support that would normally accompany reform legislation? There is none. These corporations are not interested in helping working people get ahead. They are only interested in a permanent supply of cheap labor and wiping out small independent businesses. And why is this legislation only targeting an industry largely comprised of women and minorities? We don't see this kind of disaggregation being attempted in other whiter and more male professions. I cannot get an inexpensive electrician to change my outlets. I cannot go to an inexpensive dental shop just to get my teeth clean. I cannot find an unlicensed plumber who specializes in unplugging my sink and toilet. Why are beauty services suddenly ripe for dismembering? Furthermore, this legislation demeans and diminishes the skills required to perform the services. It says to the artists who have studied long and hard, "Oh, you don't need any training. Anybody can do this." I would like to find a single legislator who would get their hair cut and styled by an untrained salon worker. We have all seen these haircuts. Pretending that no training or skill is required is a slap in the face to all skilled professionals who have worked hard to make everybody look fabulous. Do not be fooled by the insulting stereotypes and false arguments being pushed by the forces of corporate beauty biz who are pushing this bill. This is not to say that there is no room for reform in the licensing and regulatory environment of the beauty industry. We have suggested a shorter curriculum for those who only want to train to cut and dry hair. We would suggest a study committee, including representatives from schools and salons, to look at aspects of the curriculum that are irrelevant and pointless regulations that need to be trimmed. We suggest that legislative staff involved in working on this committee go out in the field to visit schools and salons. Let them see the tears in the eyes of the student and family member when they become the first person in their family to graduate from college. Yes, indeed, vocational schools are colleges. Let the staff members see talented individuals in salons practicing safe deployment with sharp instruments as they collaborate with their clients to give them style, a new look, and the confidence that goes along with these transformations. This is how we can make change that works for everybody. SB 803 moves in the opposite direction. It is a cynical attempt by corporate interests to create a permanent class of underpaid workers.